house. Somebody had you and the cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV, where we are here for the iRacing Champions League National Open for the 410 Sprint Cars. Back on the porch, it's Williams Grove Speedway. I'm Alex Robinson, joined by Matt Bailey, Brett Wheeler in the producer chair for this one, and Matt, we're home.
Well, it's absolutely awesome to be here tonight, Alex. I can't be thankful enough to be back here at the Williams Grove Speedway. This is probably my second time here this season, for season number 4 here on iRacing, and it's going to be pretty awesome tonight. 14-wing sprint cars, these things pushing in excess of 900 horsepower, and it's going to be an awesome night of racing.
Aiden Beerline last night picked up the win in the 360s, looking to repeat here, but qualifying has elapsed, and Kenny Miller taking home the PA posse. He's a quick time there. Aiden Beerline, Robert Satterfield, Chris Zabisky, and Devin Mayo, your top 5 in qualifying. Heat race number 1 on the grid. And starting on the pole, he hails from Pennsylvania, the 23 for Phantom Motorsports. It's Kenny Miller, the 3rd to the outside. It is the 5. That's John Helms.
From position number 3, he's a Victorian, I'm pretty sure. That's the team OBR Sim Sports, number 76 of Braden Shoots, who is outside from the Midwest. It's the 48 of Chance Kazowski.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 46 has Dylan Waxstall. To the outside, the 89, it's Cody Ryder.
Position number 7 is Brody Brown, the 39, who is outside from Danville, Pennsylvania. It is the 26 of Mike Augustine.
Starting in the 9th spot, the 36 from Pennsylvania, it's Timothy Grubb. To the outside, the 58, he'll start 10th. It's Scotty Grabansky, and rounding out the field in the 49, Klassen Racing, it's Sean Klassen. He'll start 11th. 11 cars here in heat race number 1. I think it's 6 laps around Williams Grove Speedway here for heat race number 1. And Matt Bailey, can anyone stop the 23 here in heat race number 1?
Mate, it's going to be a tough one. Kenny knows how to get around some racetracks pretty nicely, and well, what can we say? It's going to be an awesome night of racing. Good to see Braden Shoot in the house tonight as well from Team OBR Sim Sports. Good to see an Australian actually in the pit area for tonight. So let's see what he can do in the 76 car.
And it looks like lights are out. I think the pace truck has ducked in to turn 3 and 4 there. So heat race number 1 is green here for the National Open. Kenny Miller leads us down the long straightaway there. Contact, a lot of it there in the backstretch. In the back of turn 3 and 4 there. Kenny Miller, though, out in front. And again, no cautions here in heat race action. So Kenny Miller, he takes a strong advantage going into 3 and 4 here for lap number 1 over John Helms. Helms has some company there with Braden Shute.
Yeah, Braden Shute, the New South Welshman, on the charge in the 3rd position in the Team OBR Sim Sports number 76 machine. Almost contact there in turns 1 and 2 with Kozowski. Down the back chute into turn number 3 and 4. This time by Kozowski. Cops the inside retaining ball there in turn number 3 and 4 that time. But down to 1 and 2, Kenny Miller is your race leader.
Kenny Miller, John Helms, Braden Shute, still your top 3 here. Helms trying to close in on that 23 machine of Miller. This time by will be 3 down, 3 to go. Lap car right there goes to the bottom side, lets the top 3 go by. Kenny Miller has led all 3 laps so far, but Helms now closing in on that 23 machine. Braden Shute right behind him in the 76. Watch Shute here. He's going to go topside. All 3 cars stay up top here out of turn number 4.
Down the main straightaway they run into turns number 1 and 2. 2 laps left to go for your race leader. Kenny Miller down the back straightaway this time. And it's all about the 23 machine at the moment. John Helms still back there in the 2nd position. And New South Welshman, Braden Shute, back there in position number 3 at the moment. There now. The white flag's out. Alex, 1 lap to go.
As you saw, a wheel stand there by Braden Shute. Might have cost him some time. Kenny Miller gets up in the marbles here. Goes under the historic bridge into turn 3 and 4. Helms going to go for one last move on the bottom side. Drag race to the start-finish line. Who's going to take it home? Kenny Miller protects. PA takes home heat race number 1, John Helms. Braden Shute, your top 3. Top 2, though, move on to the A-main. So Miller and Helms going on and locking in to tonight's A-main event for the National Open. For the rest of the cars, it will go on to an LCQ.
And I can tell you what, Alex, that is not where you want to be in one of the last chance qualifiers in sprint car racing. We know it takes a big toll, and it's one of the things where a lot of drivers take a little bit more to get used to. It's one of those things where it all comes down to finding that last transfer spot into the feature race.
There it is, Miller and Helms going on to the show for Shute, Waxdal, Siskowski, Brown, Grabansky, Ryder, Augustine, Grubb, and Klassen. They will go on to LCQ. Heat race number 2 on the grid, and starting on the pole, the one last night, the 13A. That is Aiden Beerline. To the outside, the 35 of Miles Jansen.
The inside of row number 2, position number 3 with the 18 car of Mason Inman. To his outside, position number 4, the 72 of Randy Fritsch.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 10, he hails from Pennsylvania. It's Jack Young. To the outside, the 04 of Tyler Allen.
Position number 7 is Jimmy Barr in the 81 machine. Position number 8 to his outside for Hood Up Motorsports. It's the 56 of Bob Klein.
Joe Sees in the 30. He'll start 9th. To the outside, starting in the 10th spot, it's Amanda Higgins. And rounding out the field, the 57, Jeff Anderson. He'll start 11th. 11 more cars take to the grid here for heat race number 2. 2 will lock in everyone else to an LCQ here tonight. Pace truck lights are out. So Aiden Beerline looking to go for 2 in a row here and sweep the National Open here. But Miles Jansen, quick car last night, just had some minor issues. Coming on here, green flag is out for heat race number 2, the 13A of Aiden Beerline, going to lead us into 1 and 2.
Down into 1 and 2 for the first time, Aiden Beerline. This guy is, I tell you what, Alex, has been very impressive in the last couple of seasons in 360 and 410-wing sprint car action. He raced with OBR Sim Sports for a little bit as well, and I think that's what's built his momentum up. But not just that, too. This kid is an absolute monster now in wing sprint car action.
Aiden Beerline has been impressive here. Again, some of the marquee wins in his career. He had to hold off guys car flipping big time there, and that is Mason Inman. Inman took a hard hit there in turn number 4, and that probably is going to write an end to him here in heat race number 2. Miles Jansen now, he's sitting in that 2nd spot. Randy Fritsch in 3rd, but Aiden Beerline, those marquee wins, some of them came of knocking off a guy by the name of Alex Bergeron. So that kid shows that he has some speed, and it shows here once again as we watch here on the 35 of Miles Jansen trying to chase down that 13A.
Yeah, through turns number 3 and 4. What a cool shot on board right now with Aiden Beerline in that 900 horsepower methanol breathing beast through turns 1 and 2. Runs the cushion like a boss down the back straight into turns number 3 and 4. Alex, this time by the white lights are flashing here at Williams Grove.
And the 13A going to look to double dip here tonight. Aiden Beerline gets through 1 and 2 here, rides the cushion. Miles Jansen He is too far gone, I think, unless Beerline makes a mistake here. But he goes through 3 and 4. He's going to go up a little high there, but it does not matter. The 13A, he's going to take home heat race number 2. Miles Jansen second for Fritsch, Allen, Barr, Klein, Young, and then Inman, Anderson, Seas, and Higgins. It will be LCQ. But think about that already now. Kenny Miller, John Helms, now Beerline, Jansen, 4 cars locked into tonight's A main. It's pretty talented 4 cars already.
Yeah, that's right, mate. And there is your final results there on the screen for heat race number 2. Aiden Beerline gets the job done. Miles Jansen is your final qualifier into tonight's A main. And then we go back to Fritsch, Allen, Barr, Klein, Young, Inman, Seas, Higgins, and Jeff Anderson, rounding out your 11-car field. We're going to take a look right now at heat race number 3, and on the pole position is the Phantom Motorsports number 55 of Robert Statterfield. To his outside, it is the 24 car of David Smill Jr.
Starting on the 3rd spot, the 55 from Vanderpool Racing, it's Hayden Harvey. To the outside, the 52, that's Cody Nevin.
Drake Troutman will start the 7 car out of position number 5. He hails from Pennsylvania, and out of position number 6. Good to see this guy behind the wheel tonight in the 68 car. It is Max Bevan.
Starting 7th, the 28. He hails from Pennsylvania. It's Chris Lynn. To the outside of Pennsylvania neighbor is the 8. That's Cameron Pritchard.
Position number 9 will be Darren Shanley in the 50 car. To his outside, JP Schroeder in the 12 and 27 car, and Logan Johnson in the 35 will start from position number 11. Another 6 cars, another 11 cars, another 6 laps. Alex, it's time for heat race number 3.
And the funny thing is, we talked about heat race number 1. Kenny Miller won it. Kenny Miller got some action here this season in a wingless 360 at Williams Grove Speedway, so he knows how this track runs in real life. That might be an advantage. Another Pennsylvania real-life driver, that 7 machine there, Drake Troutman. We watch him. He runs around the state of Pennsylvania in a UMP modified as well as super late model. He just ran with Kyle Strickler and them at Bedford Speedway last weekend, but there he is, Max Bevan in that 68 machine. Keep an eye on him, but the Pennsylvanians starting on the front row. Robert Satterfield, though, he gets the jump there on David Smeal Jr. Here comes Hayden Harvey, slides up, contact made, and oh boy.
Uh-oh. Big crash in turns 1 and 2. Like you said, Alex, no yellows. Look out, Max Bevan. All sorts of sideways, was on the inside of Cody Nevin. And OMG, that was all sorts of crossed up there in turns 3 and 4 that time. Look out, it's the fridge. Max Bevan into turns number 3 and 4 this time by, well, the Mills Motorsports machine is on the charge.
Oh boy, he does a wheel stand now, as I think he made contact with that wall out of turn at number 3 and 4. But you see him now, he's got a key up there. Max the fridge Bevan. He sits 5th right now. Drake Troutman behind him. Chris Lynn in front of him. So Max Bevan, as you see, Cody Nevin as well. Those two are the only outsiders sitting. And you look at there, 2 through 6. There's only 2 guys that are not from the state of Pennsylvania. There's Chris Lynn now. Makes a move on Cody Nevin. Nevin hits the wall. Now Lynn moves in that 3rd spot.
Yeah, there was big contact there in turns 1 and 2, Alex, as well. But how about Max Bevan? He's on the charge once again in 1 and 2. Takes over position number 4 from Cody Nevin there, but the battle is on. Into turn number 3 and 4. Bevan to the top side. In turn 3 and 4. Just taps the wall out in turn 3 and catches the rear end of Cody Nevin's car in the 52 machine. And down the back straight away for the final time, Robert Statterfield. This guy's weaponry here tonight, and a dark horse as well. Down the main straightaway, he'll collect the checkered flag in heat race number 3, followed by David Smill Jr. and Chris Lynn. Home in position 3, Cody Nevin will round out the top 4. We'll get your official results in just a moment.
Matt Bailey, you see a lot of Pennsylvania drivers here tonight in action. As you see some of these names, but Robert Satterfield again and David Smeal Jr. going on to the A main for Lynn through Johnson. They will be going on to an LCQ as we'll look at heat race number 4, the starting lineup here, and starting on the pole in the 9, it's Chris Zabisky. To the outside, the 16 of Gage Stevens.
Position number 3, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this right. Josh Secor in the 11 car will start from position 3. Greg Bayers in the 51 will start from position number 4.
Starting in the 5th spot, the 14, that's William Eads. To the outside, it's James Jetty in the 43.
Position number 7 will be Blaine Stick. It's going to be a bit of a troubling one. Anyway, out of position number 8 will be the 45 car of Bradley Cox.
Kevin Van Horn in the 15, he will start 9th. 10th will be Steve Sagers in the 17, and rounding out the field, Brett Rose in the 12. We're already green here in heat race number 4. As you see Sabisky, he's going to lead us into turn 1 and 2. Gage Stevens there goes up top in that 5 machine. I don't even know who's on that car. We haven't seen Gage Stevens in a while, but again, with the summer wrapping up, more real drivers coming back onto iRacing so they don't lose their touch. And what better way to do it? And then on Williams Grove here in a 410 sprint car. Battle back there behind him there, as you see. That is the 41 and the 14. William Eads there battling it out as a Secor in the 3rd spot now. And I think somebody in the back there has a 69K paint scheme.
That is definitely right there, Alex. The Lance DeWeese paint scheme on the charge for tonight as well. That is William Eads in the Lance DeWeese painted number 69K. Heads down the back chute into turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, see, but he's not doing it right. If you're going to rock the 69K, you got to go to the bottom. That's how that car always runs at Williams Grove. That's how some other people know how to win this racetrack. But Sabisky out in front here. Stevens in that 2nd spot still. But there, again, that shot just historic around the state of Pennsylvania, the 69K at Williams Grove Speedway. But Sabisky, he is out in front. Stevens in 2nd. As you see, this 9 machine, he has been out in front all heat race.
Yeah, that's right, mate, as well. Gage Stevens back behind the wheel of his number 5 machine as well. He's got the Slick Apparel TJS Sim Sports colour scheme on for tonight as well in that baby blue and black number 5 machine. They're in position number 2 at the moment. But Chris Sabesky down the back chute into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. And, well, he'll come out of turn 4 and collect the checkered flag for heat race number 4. Across the home finish line first is Chris Sabesky. Gage Stevens will come home in the 2nd spot and will transfer into tonight's A-main. Alex, what a heat race. We've seen some good heat racing so far here tonight. We'll get your official results for heat 4.
Again, like I was saying before we took the green there, a lot of PA guys showing up here. You saw them on Ultimate Dirt TV for about the past few months, running Williams Grove every Tuesday night. Their track championship comes up next week. So a lot of these guys getting final tune-ups in, and what better way than to do it against some of the best competition here on the iRacing server. But heat race number 5 is taking to the grid, but there's heat race number 4 results. Sabisky and Stevens going on to the A-main for Secor through Rose, going on to LCQ's final heat race of the night, and starting on the pole, the 21 of Devin Mayo. To the outside, the 13, it's Kevin Fry.
Position number 3 will be the 47 car of George Wood. To his outside from Florida, the 68 of Chad Burt.
Starting in the 5th spot, it's Bryant Weidman. I'm going to go with that. In the 01, to the outside, it's Aiden Lloyd in the 44.
Ryan in the 53 car will start out of position 7, and Jarrett Duff in the 40 car will start from 8.
Nathan LaSalle will start in the 29. He'll start 9th. Ronald Helmick will start in 32. He'll start 10th. And Ryan Sanford starts in the 11th spot.
I think I've worked that out. It's Pepicelli. I'm pretty sure it is.
I saw New York, and the first thing was Italian, so I'm going to go with that.
I'll tell you what, though. It's been a minute since I've seen Kevin Fry race the 21K machine. And, well, we are green for heat race number 5 here at Williams Grove Speedway for the National Open, Alex.
And George Wood goes right in that 2nd spot, tries to slide up on Kevin Fry there. Battle on for your final transfer spot. Again, that 2nd spot has not been up for grabs through those first 4 heat races here. But George Wood holding his own right now on Kevin Fry. Fry slides up. Watch, here comes Burt, here comes Lloyd. 4-car battle for that 2nd spot. Fry, Burt, Wood, Lloyd all going after hit the 21 machine of Devin Mayo out in front. But now 3 wide they go. Contact made between Wood and Burt. And oh boy.
Oh, dang. That was some nasty stuff there. And in turn 3 and 4, Kevin Fry as well turned around in turn number 3 and 4. Aiden Lloyd was involved in that one as well, and not what you want to see tonight, but Devin Mayo leading the way in the 21.
And now, out of change of events, big time. Jarrett Duff takes over the second spot, but here comes Pepasili in the bottom side. Oh boy, more contact made here as now those two get together, and guess what? Aiden Lloyd goes back into the second spot.
Yeah, down into turns number 1 and 2, down the back straight away, this time by Aiden Lloyd in this second position right now. But how about Devin Mayo? He's just driven away from the field. He's got the 71 car on point for tonight. That is the ex-Joey Saldana motor car, I believe. If I wasn't mistaken, I saw that from a mile away. It is too. It's the ex-Joey Saldana motor car. That's pretty cool to have on the speedway for tonight as well, Alex.
It's not hard to recognize that paint scheme, that bright yellow and red paint scheme there. But guess what? He's going to lock this car into the A main event because he's through 3 and 4. And Devin Mayo going to lock in heat race number 5 victory here. Aiden Lloyd, unless any massacre happens in 3 and 4, it's not going to happen. Aiden Lloyd, he takes home the second spot. Kevin Fry, Pepasili, those two go to the wire. Kevin Fry takes home third. Again, what a run for Mayo there. He takes out the final win of the night for your heat race action. We will have 3 LCQs on tap for tonight. But again, Devin Mayo, Aiden Lloyd, they go on to the show. For Fry through Sanford, it's time for some LCQs and your first one of the night on tap. Here is your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Top 2 go on to tonight's A main event. Starting on the pole, it's Brandon Shute in the 76. To the outside in the 11, it's Josh Secor.
Tyler Allen will start the 04 car out of position number 3, and Ryan Pepicelli in the 53 out of 4.
Starting 5th, it's the Fridge. That's Max Bevan in the 54. To the outside, starting 6th, the 39 of Brody Brown.
Kevin Van Horn will start the 15 car out of 7, and out of position number 8, the 10 car of Jack Young.
Chad Bird in the 68. He will start 9th. 10th, 55, Hayden Harvey.
From Danville, Pennsylvania, he will start out of position number 11. It's the 26 car of Mike Augustine, position 12, with the 45 car of Bradley Cox.
Amanda Higgins will start 13th in the 31. 14th will be Ronald Helmick in the 32. And rounding out the field in the 35, Logan Johnson starts 15th. 15 cars, top 2, go on to tonight's A main event for the National Open. Everyone else goes home and has to come back tomorrow night at Lanier Speedway for their continued race action. And I think, what is it tomorrow? I think it's Sprintcars tomorrow. No? Brett Wheeler will let me know what is going on there tomorrow night. But, ladies and gentlemen, you can check out the iRacing iRacing Champions League on their website at iRacingChampions.com. And power rankings coming into tonight. Aiden Beerline, top of the power rankings.
Yeah, that's right, mate, as well. Into turns number 1 and 2, though, for the first time here in D-Main competition. Max Bevan, the Fridge, into turn number 3 and 4, runs the cushion like a boss. Maxie Bevan on the charge right now, looking for a final transfer spot into tonight's A-Main. And, well, this is all about Braden Shute right now. The team OBR Sim Sports, Lawrence and Hanson, number 76 N Machine, into turn number 3 and 4 this time by. They finish lap number 2 and start lap number 3.
And, oh, man, battles continue out here. It'll be modified tomorrow night at Lanier Speedway. But Brandon Shute, Josh Secor, they're sitting 1 and 2. Max Bevan trying to lock himself into the A main event. He's going to try and go to the bottom side here on Secor. He has the run off the bottom side. Side by side, they go contact. And, oh, boy, Max Bevan. Josh Secor, tough break for him as Max Bevan now takes over the second spot, but Mike Augustine, and here comes Tyler Allen as well, coming after that second spot from the 54. Again, now 4 laps in the book here for Brandon Shute.
Yeah, Braden Shute out in front right now, mate. It's all about that 76 machine at the moment as they head down the back straight away. Mike Augustine drives right around the top side of Maxie Bevan. Down the back straight away into corners number 3 and 4 this time by. Meanwhile, Alex, the white flag will fly here at Williams Grove Speedway. Final lap around the track for in your D main.
This is LCQ number 1, Brandon Shute, the 76 machine. Looking to secure his spot. Mike Augustine One more corner for him. Brandon Shute, he locks into the A main tonight, and so does Mike Augustine, Max Bevan, Tyler Allen, Chad Burt, Kevin Van Horn, Jack Young. Young will not make it here, as well as Sikor Harvey, Pepasili, Brown, Higgins, Helmick, Cox will not make it to tonight's National Open A main event. But that is LCQ number 1 again. Shute and Augustine go on to tonight's A main. B main number 2 is up. Again, top 2 move on to tonight's A main event. And starting on the pole, it's Randy Fritsch in the 72 to the outside, the 13 for the Firm Motorsports. It's Kevin Fry.
From position number 3 with the hood up, Motorsports number 52 car of Cody Nevin to his outside, the 48 car of Chance Kozowski.
Lane Stegna will start in the 5th spot to the outside, the 56. That's Bob Klein.
Position 7 will be the 47 of George Wood. Position 8 from in car number 8, will be Cameron Pritchard.
Cody Ryder will start 9th in the 89. Starting 10th, the 51. That's Greg Byers.
Joe Sees will start the 30 car from position 11 with Nathan Lasali in the 29 from 12.
Starting in the 13th, it's J.P. Scheider, and outside it's Sean Klassen in the 49, and Brett Rose rounds out the field in the 15th spot. He will be in the 12 machine. Again, 15 cars. Actually, 9 cars make the call for tonight's B main number 2, or LCQ number 2. Again, 2 cars move on. The rest are done for tonight and have to bring out the modifieds at Lanier Speedway tomorrow night for some racing action. Randy Fritsch, Kevin Fry, looking to join Aiden Beerline, Kenny Miller, John Helms in tonight's A main event. Who's going to do it here? The green flag is out here for B main number 2. Fritsch goes right up top here as Fry goes to the bottom. A little swap of the lanes there on the start, as now here comes Nevin, here comes Stegna, here comes Sikowski. They're all coming already after that number 2 spot, as now Cody Nevin gets in there over the Fritsch.
Down into turns number 3 and 4. This time by down the main straightaway, Cody Nevin. An absolute monumental run in the 52 car at the moment, looking for the race lead as well on Kevin Fry. Down the back straightaway they run into turn number 3 and 4, inching ever so close into turn 3 and 4, looking for the race lead on Kevin Fry. Couldn't get the job done. Kozowski nearly picks up the left rear of the 52.
Cody Nevin holds on to the 2nd spot here. He also has Sikowski, Fritsch, Wood, as now here comes George Wood here, another Pennsylvania guy preparing for next week's season finale of their league. He is here tonight battling with some of the best, but contact for Wood. He tries to save it. Not that hard a contact into the wall as Wood drops back to the 9th spot here. So now that gives Cameron Pritchard and Cody Ryder a chance here to come after that 2nd spot as well. But Sikowski trying to go to the inside now as Nevin blocks the bottom side. Here comes Sikowski. There you see Cody Nevin. You see the cars behind him. But what you don't see, that 48 machine of Chance Sikowski gets to the inside, gets the 2nd spot.
Down the back straightaway, they run into turns number 3 and 4 under the bridge here at Williamsgrove, into corners number 3 and 4. This time by, they run the bottom side of the speedway as well down the main straight. You saw Kevin Fry, your top 3, actually all around the bottom side in turn 3 and 4. That's where it's all probably about going to be come A main time here tonight at Williamsgrove Speedway. But Kevin Fry down into turn number 3 and 4. Kozowski has one last look. They make contact out of turn number 4, and Kozowski will take the win, but wow. That is not what you want to see on the final lap here at Williamsgrove Speedway in LCQ number 2.
Sikowski with the win there, and it looked like Fritsch took home the 2nd spot. We will look. There it is. Official it is. Sikowski takes home the win. Fritsch in the 2nd spot for the rest of the cars. It's time to pack it up. Final B main of the night, and starting on the pole, the 28, that's Christopher Lynn, to the outside, the 46 of Dylan Waxdell.
Position number 3 will be William Eads in the 14 car. Position number 42 is outside, the 81 car of Jimmy Barr.
Jarrett Duff will start 5th in the 40 machine. Starting 6th, the 7, it's Drake Troutman.
Position number 7 will be Scotty Grabanski in the 58 car to his outside, the 43 car. Position number 8, James Jett.
Starting in the 9th spot, the 18 of Mason Inman. 10th, it'll be Bryant Weidman. And then,
Position number 11 will be the 50 car of Darren Shanley. Position number 12 will be the 36 car of Timothy Grubb.
Starting in the 13th spot, the 17 of Steve Sagers, 14th, Jeff Anderson in the 57, and rounding out the field, the 33 of Ryan Sanford.
Well, Alex, LCQ number 3 here tonight at the Williams Grove Speedway. It's all about the last transfer position to get into tonight's A-Main. And, well, 410 Sprint Cars. We know how much of a monster these cars are around this speedway. We saw it recently with the National Open in the World of Outlaws NOS entering Sprint Car circuit. And, hey, at the end of the day, these are 410 Sprint Cars.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm not trying to G up.
We had it won. The posse had it won. Freaking lap car blew it for us. But green flag is out here. Wait. Now the green flag is out. As Chris Lynn takes a slow start there. I don't know what that was. That was one of those, let's throw off the timing there. But he did get the jump that he needs here. Now it's him and Waxtall. They got the jump. Jimmy Barr did too, though, because Barr got already up to the 3rd spot. Yeah,
Jimmy Barr started down in the pack in the 81 car. Now up to position number 3. But here comes the 7 machine of Mason Inman into 1 and 2. We got a car upside down. In 1 and 2, just caught the left rear of the 7 machine, and upside down went, I think that's Drake Troutman there in the 7 car, went upside down. So we are now currently 2 laps down in the books, and we have a few laps left to run, Alex.
Is Cardozo talking trash? I feel like Landon Cardozo is talking trash in my posse, but I don't know what's going on here. They went 3 wide. Chris Lynn, though, he retakes the race lead. Now contact between him and Mason Inman. Inman goes wheel stance. Here comes Jimmy Barr. Barr to the inside. Side by side, they go for the race lead, as that is Chris Lynn, Inman, and Barr going at it. 3-car battle for the race lead. 2 will go on. 1 will go home, as now Barr gets the speed, gets the race lead. Here is Barr, Lynn, Inman. Now here comes E to that 69K.
Down the main straightaway this time by. They'll have 2 laps left to run here at Williams Grove Speedway. Down to corners 1 and 2. Jimmy Barr gets the power down in the 81 car. Down the back straightaway into corners number 3 and 4 this time by. Runs the bottom side of the speedway. Drifts up mid-track. Gets a little bit squirrely coming down the main straightaway though. The white flag is out for B-Main competition here tonight at Williams Grove.
Jimmy Barr, he has the race lead here. Chris Lynn trying to hold off Inman now. Side by side, those 2 go. Touch wheels once again. They're battling it out here, but guess who's taking home? B-Main number 3, it's Mr. Smooth, the 81. That's Jimmy Barr. 2nd will go to Mason Inman, as car flipping. That is the 69K of William Eads. Gets on all 4, so he will finish in the 5th spot there.
Yeah, dramas in B-Main competition and across the LCQs tonight. These drivers were desperate to try and make the A-Main. So let's see what happens coming to tonight's A-Main grid. And Alex, we know it's going to be a race to watch here tonight here at Williams Grove Speedway. So let's see what happens in tonight's A-Main.
There it is. There is your final B-Main of the night. Barr and Inman go onto the field for Lynn through the rest. They're done for the night. But here it is, your A-Main starting grid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so your grid right now on screen for your A-Main. 16 cars will take 2 of the grid for A-Main action here tonight. And starting from the 16th position, he drives 18 car. That is Mason Inman from position 15 with a 72 car of Randy Fritsch.
Starting 14th, the 26th, it's Mike Augustine. 13th, the 81, it's Jimmy Barr.
Position 12 with the 48 car of Chance Gazowski. Position 11, the 76 of Braden Shute.
Aiden Lloyd will start in the 10th spot in the 44. Starting 9th, the 16, it's Gage Stevens.
Position number 8 will be the Phantom Motorsports 23 of Kenny Miller. Position 7. He took out an earlier heat race tonight. It's the 13A machine of Aiden Beeline.
Robert Satterfield will start on the outside of row number 3. On the inside, it's Chris Sabisky.
Position number 4, outside row number 2, is the 21 car of Devon Mayo. Position number 3, inside row number 2, is the 5 car, John Helms.
Your front row, it's Miles Jansen on the pole. It is the 24, that is David Smeal Jr. That is your A main starting grid for the National Open here for the iRacing Champions League. And you see the 8-car invert. So for Aiden Beerline, for Kenny Miller, those 2 cars will have to come from that row number 4 if they want a chance to win it here for Beerline. He is looking to lock up the national open points and the championships as well for this series. He will come back tomorrow night at Lanier Speedway looking to continue his role as him and Logan Rumsey as well as Drew Hopkins battle it out for the championship at Lanier. But the lights are out on the pace truck here. And who's going to take it home? Is it going to be one of the posse? Is it going to be one of the outsiders? Well, under the blue bridge, into turn 3 and 4. And in the great words of a great man named Bruce Ellis, ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime at Williams Grove Speedway. We are green. David Smeal Jr. going to lead us down the front stretch and into turn 1 and 2.
Good start for Smeal Jr. We got contact there in a couple of cars further back there, though. Work out because it's all action now here at Williams Grove Speedway into turn number 3 and 4. We're only finishing lap number 1. We've still got a lot of laps left to go here at Williams Grove Speedway. And right now, Aiden Beerline started back down there mid-pack and he's up to position number 6 now on the speedway. Into corners number 3 and 4. Statterfield through the mid part of the speedway. Got a car upside down. That is Chris Sabeski. No, sorry, John Helms. My bad, because we've got a few 21 cars out there on the speedway tonight. So we stay green. Alex, and your race leader is David Smeal.
And now we talked about there, Devon Mayo has... Who did you say that car was?
That is Joey Saldana's ex-Modder Hemi car.
And you see that top 22, that is synonymous with Pennsylvania. Great guy by the name of Greg Hodden that drove that 22 machine to a lot of wins and to a Hall of Fame career as well. David Smeal Jr. right now has that car in the 3rd spot there. Sabisky in the 21 machine. He sits in the 2nd spot. Kenny Miller coming to the front here, sitting in the 5th spot. Beerline now in 6th. Gage Stevens goes to the inside here. Not going to get the run the top side, being dominant here early on in the feature event.
Yeah, back down to corners number 1 and 2, just where we were a couple of seconds ago. Down the back straight away, it's all Devon Mayo in the ex-Joey Saldana Modder Hemi machine. The 71 through turns number 3 and 4, this time by Chris Sabeski. Tried to pull even with Devon Mayo, but down to turns number 1 and 2. Your race leader, the 71, Devon Mayo.
Battles continue on here. Mayo out in front. Sabisky trying to get a run here. Watch that number 9 machine on the ticker. Number 21 on the car. Sabisky right now in that Phantom Motorsports goes to the bottom side. You know what's coming next. A slide job. Going to hold the middle side, but he's going to take over your race lead there momentarily now as that 71 machine takes back the race lead side by side. Slide job once again. Sabisky takes the race lead. Here comes Mayo to the inside. Great camera work there by our producer, Brett Wheeler.
Absolute phenomenal drive for Chris Sabeski, the Phantom Motorsports, number 21, into corners number 3 and 4, looking for the race leader, Sabeski, down the main straightaway. He leads the lap across the start chute into corners number 1 and 2, though. Devon Mayo is looking for the race lead back down the back chute. Gets a little bit sideways coming out of turn number 2, though. Lucky not to catch the outside metal wall there here at Williams Grove Speedway, because as we know, Alex, you touch the wall and it sends you upside down.
Especially the exit there of turn 3 and 4. That wall is dangerous, as you see right here. Battles on as Aiden Beerline now sits in the 5th spot right behind your top here. As you see, there is Smeal Jr. in that 22 machine. That is the 55 on the inside there. And Kenny Miller also in the pack here as well. Cars battling it out. You see the leaders up in front there, as that still is Chris Sabeski out in front. But Beerline trying to chase down the 22 machine of Smeal. He slides up, makes a little contact here. Cars battling it out here as, again, Beerline looking to lock up the championship here tonight.
I tell you what though, Alex, if you had a look at the wheel work on the 13A machine, they're 4 wide down the back straight away. How cool was that coming under the bridge? There's still 3 wide momentarily. Aiden Beerline upside down. Keeps it going though, lands it back on all 4 wheels. Awesome work by Aiden Beerline to keep that car on all 4 wheels. Went upside down momentarily though. They were 4 wide down the back straight and still 3 wide into turn number 3.
You see Robert Satterfield there on the inside, battling it out with Smeal Jr. Kenny Miller up to the 3rd spot here. So that 23 machine making quick work of those cars in front of him, down up to the top 2 there in Sabisky and Mayo. But with the competition caution that still looms here halfway in this feature event here tonight. But Satterfield looking to chase down Kenny Miller here. Smeal Jr. holds onto a top 5 as well. All 16 cars still on the raceway here, though, as I think everyone has held it, and there it is. Your competition caution is out. And for Kenny Miller, he's got to be smiling.
Yeah, that's right, mate. There will bunch the field back up here at Williams Grove Speedway, and all these drivers will get another chance to regroup, pull the visor up for a quick breath of fresh air in these cars. So let's see what the back half of this A main event will bring us. We've seen some dramas earlier on in tonight's A main, and it's not what we want to see. A couple of cars pulling into the pit area there, into turns number 3 and 4 here at Williams Grove, Alex.
So now you see Sabisky, Mayo, Miller, Satterfield, Smeal Jr. will be your top 5 when we come back to the green flag there, as cars pulling back out onto the raceway here. This is going to be an entertaining finish now.
Yeah, there was no guaranteed time in the work area there as well, Alex. So a lot of these drivers had to pull back into the pit area. So we'll see what the back half of this A-Main will bring us here tonight at Williams Grove Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about time to let them loose once again here at Williams Grove. The drivers will pull the visors down, pull the belts tight again, and they'll get set to go once again at the Grove.
Keep an eye on that guy sitting in the 3rd spot, Kenny Miller. He will be the 3rd car here. And if they go back to the double file restart, which I presumably think they will, he will be on the inside here, but it looks like single file. Nope, there it is. Double file. Double them up. Lights are out on the pace truck. And now you see the field double them all up here. Sabisky, Mayo, that battle about to heat back up here. But now you have company with the 23 of Kenny Miller III. Robert Satterfield on the outside. And at 55, you also have Smeal Jr., Sikowski, Augustine, Stevens, Beerline still in the 9th spot there. And with these cars fixed up and ready to go, it's got to be a question of who's got the better equipment now, who's got the better setup, and who got the best driving ability to conquer Williams Grove Speedway and conquer the National Open. Well, the pace truck is off. The green flag is out. We are halfway down, halfway to go here in your National Open.
Down the main straightaway they run. Green flag back in the air here at the Grove. Down to 1 and 2. Mayo runs the cushion. In 1 and 2, allows Kenny Miller to get by him down the back straight into turns number 3 and 4 this time. Satterfield through the middle part of the speedway looking to take the 3rd position away from Devon Mayo, but back down the main straightaway. We're just where we were a couple of seconds ago, and we are upside down. A lot of cars involved in that wreck there on the main straightaway. Devon Mayo just catches the left rear of the 23 car of Kenny Miller. Through turns 3 and 4, though, this time Brian Chris Sabisky will still lead this lap.
Let's keep an eye, though, that 23 machine is now here comes Satterfield trying to go to the outside there. Mayo holds on to the 3rd spot, but Kenny Miller the 3rd in the 2nd spot there at 23 machine. Satterfield on the outside there, battle side by side for your 3rd spot. Cars still going at it back there. Aiden Beerline in the 7th spot here, so it is just a mere laps away of him clinching that championship here tonight. Sabisky, Miller, those are 1 and 2. Mayo, Satterfield, and Sikowski, your top 5.
Yeah, Braden Shute back up into position number 6. Aiden Beerline had to restart back in position number 10, and he's back up to position number 7 right now on the speedway. So we've got a New South Welshman from Australia up now to position 5. We got Kozowski around on the back straightaway, and no yellow is thrown here at the Grove. So Kozowski back underpowered now in the 47 car Hopefully, not a lot of damage on the 47 machine, but the race is on for the lead. Kenny Miller with a slide job in turn number 3 and 4, catches the cushion out of 4, and he'll lead the lap. Your new race leader is Kenny Miller.
Kenny Miller, Sabisky going at it here, the 21, the 23. There's a lot of 20s in this field just to think about that one here. But Sabisky out in front, and then you have Miller. Mayo holds on to third there. Satterfield now in fourth. Shoot into the fifth spot here. So keep an eye here because Mayo gaining ground now on the race leaders here as Miller goes to the inside. Sabisky up top. Mayo follows Miller on the bottom side here. Now Miller, Sabisky side by side. They go into turn 3 and 4. Kenny Miller slide job. He takes back the race lead. Here comes Mayo to the inside, trying to get by Sabisky. Sabisky, though, goes right back to the race lead.
Into turns number 1 and 2, though. Kenny Miller looking back to the inside on Sabisky. Couldn't get the job done, though. Into turn number 3 and 4, though. Mayo runs the bottom side and gets just in front of the 21 car of Chris Sabisky. But down into turn number 1 and 2, Mayo runs the bottom side of the speedway. He's gaining a lot of ground right now on Kenny Miller. Into turn number 3 and 4. The battle is on for the lead out of 4.
And it is Miller, it's Mayo, it's Sabisky, there's Satterfield. Those top 4 have pulled away from the rest of the competition here. 4 cars battling for that top spot, and $250 on the line here for your race winner. Kenny Miller holds on to that spot right now. Devin Mayo, Sabisky, Satterfield still sitting 1, 2, 3, and 4. Miller now goes to the bottom side. Here's that bottom side. Looks to be coming in for Mayo. Here goes Miller top side. So you see 2 by 2. They sit Miller, Mayo, Sabisky, Satterfield.
Down the back straight away into corners number 3 and 4. They're going to have about 5 laps left to run when they cross the stripe this time by down the main straightaway into corners number 1 and 2. Mayo on the bottom. I'll tell you what, though, there was a bit of tap and go there into the entry of turn number 1 and 2 from Chris Sabisky there in turn number 1, that 21 machine. Down into corners number 3 and 4, though. Mayo still runs the bottom side of the speedway. Lost a bit of ground there on Kenny Miller, though. Is the bottom side wearing away to later on in this race. There is still 4 laps left to run here in tonight's A-Main.
Kenny Miller, Devin Mayo sitting 1 and 2 here. Mayo goes bottom side. Miller goes top side. Sabisky goes top side. Satterfield on the bottom side. But now Sabisky right there with Devin Mayo. Battle on for the second spot here. 3 to run in your A-Main event. 4 to run still. Kenny Miller is your race leader. Devin Mayo and Sabisky.
Down into turn 3 and 4 this time by Devin Mayo. Now back up into second position. Sabisky caught the wall out of turn number 4, though. Into turns 1 and 2. Sabisky catches the cushion in 1 and rails it down the back straight away into corners number 3 and 4. Satterfield up into position number 3. Oh no, big crash. Devin Mayo was all sorts of sideways in turn number 3 and 4. And Satterfield had nowhere to go. Wowee, Sabisky now back up to position number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 laps left to go in tonight's A-Main. They'll come through turn number 3 and 4 this time by the white flag flyers here at Williams-Grove Speedway. Alex Robinson, bring us home.
Kenny Miller looking to protect the house here through 1 and 2 under the blue bridge for the final time into turn 3 and 4. The 23 machine. He hails from PA. He protects the porch here tonight. Kenny Miller wins the National Open. Chris Sabisky in second. Devin Mayo still going to come home in third. Robert Satterfield comes home fourth. John Helms, he will come home fifth. But out of that wreck, no position changed whatsoever. Mayo and Satterfield stay 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's right, mate. So let's see if there'll be any post-race stuff when the official results come up onto the screen. No. So it seems like Kenny Miller will get the win in the 23 machine. Chris Sabisky home in second. Devin Mayo home in position number 3, and a good run tonight for the 71 car. Robert Satterfield home in position 4. John Helms in 5. Mason Inman 6. Aidan Beeline in a good run to come home in position number 7. As the results have just cleared off my screen. Don't know what's going on there. There it is again. Jimmy Barr home in 8th. Miles Jensen 9th. And Randy Fritsch will come home in the top 10.
Aiden Lloyd, Chance Sikowski, they will go 11-12. Brandon Shute, David Smil Jr., Mike Augustine, and Gage Stevens round out your 16-car National Open results. But it comes down, Kenny Miller protects it. The posse gets the job done here in the iRacing Champions League with Kenny Miller III, the 23 Phantom Motorsports. He wins it here, and he had to bust his rear end for that win. But you can't go without saying that this race was worth the pay of entry here tonight for us and for everyone watching at home. Great racing, and wow, the Grove was on tap tonight.
Yeah, it was a decent racetrack tonight, actually, here at Williams Grove Speedway. It's probably the best I've seen it all season here at here on iRacing. So let's see what happens in a couple of weeks' time, I guess, when we come back here to Williams Grove Speedway. And, well, it's time. We'll catch up. Alex, you're going to catch up with our race winner.
Oh, boy. And here he is taking home the win tonight. Kenny Miller III, and man, oh man, protect the house here tonight. Talk about the run here. You had to bust your hump for that one, but a well-deserved win and a hard-fought win at that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was kind of a last-minute deal to kind of run this thing. I saw it up and hopped in it, but yeah, we were super good in the top split last night for the pro qualifiers, so just took everything that I learned last night and threw it to this, and it definitely paid off at the end. I felt like once I got my own air and was able to just kind of run my own race, I felt really good out there.
And now we brought it up early on in the broadcast, you running your wingless 360 this season. You got to touch this racetrack with one of those cars. What's the comparison and takeaways? How does this track run on the server with a 410 sprint car compared to that wingless car?
Yeah, it was definitely cool to actually race somewhere in real life and then race somewhere in the sim. I've never really done that before, but it's neat how close the tracks are. They don't really race the same, but it's cool to kind of race the sim and then race real life and see how well the sim is scanned and how much it replicates real life.
Well, we know you got a lot of great sponsors on that machine, so take some time and thank everyone behind the scenes of that 23M.
Yeah, thank everybody at Phantom Motorsports, Velocity Race Designs, Power Outdoors, Weichel Sportswear, JZ, iRacing Photos, House of Speed Setups, and just everybody that helps out.
Well, he protects the house here tonight. Kenny Miller represents the posse well and gets the win. And who's Chris Sebeske? And that will be Matt Bailey catching up with our second place finisher.
Yeah, down here with Chris Sebeske. And Chris, mate, a top two finish for the Phantom Motorsports team here tonight. And, mate, what a run here. You had a bit of an incident there with a couple of laps left to go, mate, but you got through and second place run. Not a bad way to finish tonight.
Yeah, man. Pardon me. I did myself a little bit of a disservice before the competition caution there. Ended up grazing the tire in turn 3, and it kind of bent the front end a touch. And once the caution came out, I knew it was kind of a matter of time before I was going to be fighting with the guys behind me. And, Kenny's always quick, and Devin was running the bottom pretty good there. Went to cross Kenny over, got backed up a little bit, and then he got away from me. So happy to come back through in second, and, we'll take the podium.
Well, mate, an awesome race here tonight at the Williams Grove Speedway for the iRacing Champions League, mate. Before we let you go, we know there's a lot of good people behind the scenes, a lot of good people on this race car. Now's the time to thank those people.
Well, first and foremost, I guess, appreciate everybody with the iRacing Champions League for putting this show on for everybody. And, you guys for the broadcast and all the competitors that come out here and run. But as far as the people in our corner, got to appreciate all the guys over at Phantom Motorsports, our primary sponsors, Power Outdoors, Weichel Sportswear, Velocity Race Design, JZ iRacing Photos, and probably one or two others that I'm forgetting, but, we can't do it without all their support.
Well, mate, congratulations on a second place run here tonight at Williams Grove, mate, and we'll see you back here shortly.
Appreciate it, boys. Take care.
Well, Alex, a good night's racing here at Williams Grove Speedway for the National Open here for the 14 Wing Sprint Cars. Mate, your final words here tonight.
Well, it's been a great one here. Now that is a wrap. Tomorrow night, it's going to be back at Lanier Speedway for some modified action in the championship at Lanier. Aiden Beerline, Logan Rumsey, Drew Hopkins, all planning to be there running for that there as well. The iRacing Champions League with them will be back next Wednesday night for some more racing at Lanier. That will be Pro Late Models. That will be the final race of their Lanier Championship. And then Short Track Nationals, 305s, 360s at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. That will be later in the month of October. All going to be live, I'm pretty sure, here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the iRacing Champions League Facebook page. For Matt Bailey, Brett Wheeler, I am Alex Robinson, signing off from Williams Grove Speedway.